All right, guys. Game is now commencing. I am quite excited for this. I'm not going to lie. I have been looking for this for a very, very long time. This is going to be a lot of fun. Both of these. Okay. We've got 3 to watch from. So, let's see here. We're going to have... Arco's going to go down first. Do we have a... We don't have an Arco. We do have a Jordan. Ooh. We got to see a lot of Arco from the Roberto Lowe's perspective. USA versus Canada versus Netherlands versus Serbia versus USA has 50% chance of winning. Okay, where's Arco going? Okay, we don't get to see Arco from there. Okay, he's in Kyiv. Arco's in the Kyiv position. We're gonna see Koning. Don't have one from Koning either. Or SMG needs to put their booties to work. Oh man, those would be some very working booties. Who likes this lo-fi, by the way? Everybody good with it? Everybody like it? We'll get some. I think we just got a new.
Oh baby.
Koning. Oh baby. What's up, Pete?
How you doing, Evolve?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks again for agreeing to help me with this commentating.
You are most welcome.
So this is the slowest part of the game. Obviously, it'll pick up once this is done. It's a good old 6 minutes of just waiting.
Whose viewpoint are you? Like,
So,
should I have a primary viewpoint, or how do you want me to do this?
Usually what I end up doing is I have all of the ones that I have available to me. I'll open them up in a full screen, and then whenever it's someone else's turn, I don't know if you saw how I have it in my stream, but
I'm looking at it right now. Yeah.
I have all 3 of them up, and then I just since it's his turn right now, since I can see all of his stuff, I'll have his opened, and then once I don't, I'll just click on it again, and the entire thing will pop up as this little 3-screen segment type thing.
I don't want it to be messy for the people, but let me see. So right now, folks, what we're watching is auto caps. Everyone is auto capsing. So the first thing that might help this tournament not be your typical meta settings is players don't actually choose their capital. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, that didn't work. How do I full screen and okay? So this is. Did you do the intro for the players already?
So yeah, so we have Arco as yellow. Roberto Lowe's, I believe, is black.
Okay.
Jordan blue. Red is. Oh no, red is Roberto Lowe's. Black must be Koning.
Okay.
So Arco, Koning, Jordan, Roberto Lowe's, purple.
General Graysteel
Yeah,
and
General
Jax
Graysteel.
Wild.
Jax
Got
Wild.
it. Okay, cool. So do we see Arco's position? We see Arco's capital. And then Koning Spook is black. Ladies and gentlemen, we can see their cap in the top of Spain. You said Jordan is blue. We can see Jordan's cap is in Paris. We have Roberto Lowe's is red, and they just ran the timer out, and they auto-capped.
Dinner D's nuts.
Dinner Cadiz nuts. I prefer Cadiz nuts, but that's
Cadiz
also
nuts.
pretty good. Yeah.
No, I ended up running into that one. He's like, "What about these nuts?" Oh man. Okay, so we end up getting to see. This is actually very fortuitous for the hosts because there are some games where we really just don't get to see that many capital placements. We get to see 4 off the rip. So the Spain-Paris one, they're going to be fighting a lot. If anybody ends up getting a capital down in Western Africa, it would be quite a bad thing for black. Koenig Spook. Let's see. Where's purple gonna be? Purple goes Romania. It could be bad. It also could be good for a late game strat with infinite card trades. I don't see it off this one. Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh, okay. So 2 in Spain. This is what makes it
whose
crazy.
whose view sees it?
I
Jackson?
think it's Koenig.
Okay, Conan
Yeah.
view sees it.
So the purple
All right.
black neighbor caps. Again, they can't hit any capitals until the 3-round grace period is over. So usually, if I see a neighboring cap with only 4, I might be wanting to hit that, but unfortunately we can't do that. It was quite imperative to actually put that rule in just because it's true random. It could be quite disastrous. So this is a very choked up left side of the board. I mean, we have the noob corner being a 1-point hold from London. We also have the Scandi bonus with a blizzard in there. So the top of the map's gonna get a lot of traffic. Everything's going to converge into the middle, as always.
All right, and we see all 6 of the capitals. So
Ooh.
let me see if the
So we
drawing
have
tool works.
2
We have
of 'em.
Arco, Jax, Koenig, Jordan, Graysteel, and Roberto Lowe's. Those are your 6 capitals, folks.
So far, I like the Dinarides capital placement. Just because it's away from everybody else. He can take either... Arco will take Dinaric Alps, but we'll be seeing Southeast getting taken from Red. We'll also be seeing him most likely stretch down to Central Africa. He could go into Orient afterwards. It depends on what he's feeling would be best for his game afterwards. It's going to be hard to see what purple and black can do, though.
So based on the Blizzard config, we figure that blue, Jordan, goes into the noob corner and has mostly easy to defend corner. I don't know exactly where Jax goes, but I assume he also goes north of his position into Scandinavia. If anything, I would figure Arco takes the east. Did we see where he went turn 1?
He took Dinaric Alps turn 1.
Took Dinaric Alps turn 1.
Yeah. Put
So
5 on Vienna.
using the +4, going first in these settings, I've noticed more and more, having the initiative is what you want. And you've leveraged that a little bit with your rules, making a cap not really rollable until the 3rd turn. So we can play super greedy. We can play off cap for the first 3 turns. We can claim a lot of board. I figure what Arco is going to do is we're going to see him leverage that +4 into Russia.
Okay, so
We see Jordan across the bottom because I guess Koenig Spook is up in the noob corner. We see black already in Ireland.
Ooh, bad roll. Ooh, bad rolls. Yeah, not very
Bad
good.
rolls for blue.
Very bad rolls.
I'm going to try and do the switching for you guys so you can see what's going on whose turn. So Roberto is red.
Going with the slow roll strat. Everybody knows in true random, 2s can be very deadly. I know Arco knows this firsthand. Losing 10 on a, or 8 on a 1, not really good. Ended up making him lose his 2nd round. Could just entirely be stacked against you on these rolls.
So turn 1. Ooh, we got an alliance. So did we see who offered?
I believe it was
Arco is now allied with Roberto. Roberto keeping no troops on his cap. I wouldn't have to worry about it. Surely your ally wouldn't betray you, considering that those are the rules of the mode.
Yeah.
But it is very interesting to see no troops on a capital.
It is. It goes against like all of your
all my instincts are like, wait a minute.
Wait a minute now. No,
cap
it
is free,
essentially
though.
becomes a pseudo blizzard for 3 turns. A lot of strategies come out of it. So we get to see basically more randomness as normal play would generally be just to nab that. But since Arco's in the 1st position, he actually doesn't have to put troops on his capital until turn 4. Everybody else will have to on turn 3, because after turn 3, someone can hit it. But since Arco has the initiative from turn 4, he actually doesn't have to worry about getting hit until after his turn.
So that is another example of the way turn order is advantaged. I've noticed more and more, Evolve. I don't know how often you play these settings, but I've noticed more and more that I get way better games when I'm in the first seed.
Oh, yes. I play these settings almost exclusively now.
Okay.
These are, in my opinion, what is needed to make these games, one, not go 3 hours long, and two, just be generally more fun. I find it a whole lot more entertaining playing these settings than just normal.
Oh, like when you play with your friends.
Yeah. True random, like, obviously people sometimes don't like true random just because it could be really bad. But, I mean, it could be a lot more fun to just see some random things. Like, we could see a 6v2 normally would work well in balanced blitz. But as Arco sees here, he's going to put 8v2 because he's scared.
Every once in a while, a 6v2 fails horribly. Yeah. You have to kind of account for that in your strategy. I think people who just blanket statement hate true random kind of don't really understand, A, the roots of the game, and also the fact that it's still a luck-based game. There is a ton of luck elements, and a lot of the skill and risk comes from managing those, as opposed to trying to eliminate them.
Speaking of luck, this is also in part because of the fact that you have random capitals. We will possibly see just people have bad luck, but be able to actually negotiate their way into a winning position by just completely ignoring their capital, right?
Right.
So I did see a game where we had a whole bunch of people on the left side of the board and a lone player up in Russia. He ended up getting a big lead, but one of the players that were actually trapped in Spain ended up fighting for the extra bonuses on the right side of the board, ending up giving him a massive advantage over the other people that were guarding him from Spain. It was a very choked up game. He ended up killing both players, ended up winning. It was a very cool thing to watch. So we're going to see Jordan take his bonus
Africa
on the
at the bottom?
Right.
Yeah, Africa at the bottom.
Koning is in, I think...
This is rough, right? This is rough for anyone who's off bonus early.
I do like Arco's position. I like Roberto Loz's position.
Yeah.
Jax is in a good position too, taking Germany. He could get Scandi next.
He took a bit of a risk to get it, but he got it.
Yeah.
Isn't Graysteel up in Scandi?
I did see him put stuff up there. I don't know if he has it yet. We'll be able to see.
I think Purple has it. Yeah, I think Purple has Scandinavia.
Roberto is very
Roberto's
scared
going to claim the Orient.
So it's going to be we could see Arco end up taking Russia this turn when he comes back around. He won't be able to take Paris, obviously, because Blue is in there. But I don't see him trying to take Africa. I'd much rather see him take the Russia bonus, leaving White kind of nowhere to really go after that.
Jax and Graysteel in each other's way. Any way they slice it, their caps are next to each other. Does Jax really have an expansion opportunity now?
I don't think he knows that there's a Paris cap, so he's going to be able to see that soon. My real question is, what are Koning and who was purple again? Jordan. Or no, not Jordan.
Graysteel.
Graysteel. Koning and Graysteel, what are they going to end up doing once this grace period ends? It's going to be a little bit strange watching them. It looks like Graysteel's going to try to take Africa.
Well, I don't know, though.
Okay.
Jax says no.
He puts all of his turn timer into draft. What's he going to hit?
Yeah, Jax says no. And Jax's bonus is better than Graysteel's, right? On a +5 beats plus Arco already, right? Showing that turn 1 initiative has Italy and Daenerys Alps. Now he's just locking it down with 3 bombs. 3 bombs are going to defend real nasty in true random, folks. Don't underestimate a 3. You will cry. You know, it might be fine for a while, and then it'll catch you off guard. You're just like, what happened to 15 troops?
Didn't you? I think I remember watching one of your videos. You lost like 20 troops off of a thing. Oh no! Losing 5 on a 1. Oh, Arco.
Arco lost a 5v1.
He lost the 5v1 off
We missed
the
it.
blue player. Oh man, that was off Roberto Loz's POV.
I'm watching now. Yeah, Arco and Roberto are allied, so we can watch Arco's turn. So Koningspook in the noob corner. Now where does he expand? Because he does see Jordan's cap in Paris. He just wants to maintain the future of cards, hanging out around Jax's cap.
We're gonna see Spain and Eastern Europe become card trading pubs, just because.
Yeah, no one can have them.
No one can really have them.
Yeah.
So he also has to worry about keeping troops on his capital. It is now turn 3, so if he doesn't place troops on his capital this turn, he could risk getting hit next round by Greysteel.
So what you're saying is he needs to put troops on his capital?
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Whoa!
Oh.
Koning, my man. Koning, my man. Hold up. He just broke a rule. Koning, why did you just hit a capital on the grace period?
That was a misclick.
Oh my god.
It was a misclick, sorry.
Dude. What is going on?
I meant to hit the red one. I meant to hit the red one.
What is going on, man?
I don't know, man.
No. Let me look up the rule sheet real quick. So, ouch.
I meant to hit the red one.
You cannot hit another player's capital for any reason until after round 3. It's still round 3, my man. Attacking another player's capital during this grace period will result in immediate DQ from the current game.
It was an accident.
Oh. My gosh.
I am almost certain the game has to restart.
Oh, do we?
Yeah.
The players must force a restart with a step. Oh yeah, yeah. There has to be a restart. Thanks, Plasma, for rules input. All right, so we now have the 2 POVs.
It doesn't matter what. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what is generally done with respect to other tournaments. That's just how this tournament is run.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, restart on the final. You know, there was some of us in staff that were actually like, "Oh, imagine if they actually like messed up on the finale."
Yeah. All right,
right.
I'm gonna disconnect.
Thank you, Plasma, for your help. Okay, so Greysteel purple going first. Arco ends up going last. Oh no.
Where do we think Greysteel gets? What does the bot choose? I played a game recently, Evolve, where the game restarted to cap selection after, like, say, the 4th turn or something.
Yeah.
And I was the game had started with a bot. I was very curious to see if the bot picked the same capital twice.
Oh, like it's like a predetermined thing?
Well, I don't know if it is or it isn't, but because I just have this one data point. But it did pick the same capital twice.
Ooh.
Right in the corner, eh? Right in the corner for Greysteel.
That's rough.
Yeah.
Actually, that's the exact same capital he had.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the exact same capital.
Well, what do we
Wow.
suppose we see for Jax?
I wouldn't be mad if I'm getting Prussia with Jax. I wouldn't mind Benghazi. We actually see
That was Arco's 16,000th game just now.
No! No! What is that gotta
You
be?
see that?
Oh.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Oh man, 16,001.
Oh no! Oh. How
If Jax gets
anticlimactic,
London,
yeah.
he's sitting pretty. Okay, we get Bulgaria. It's kind of okay, but not great. Let's see for
Cousin.
Roberto.
The cousin of Downer ID's nuts. Watch him get
Dinner and
defensive.
hits. All right, so we got a lot of hard chokes on this map, folks. We got Scotland, which blocks off the noob corner into the middle. We have Gascony, which blocks off Spain into the bottom. We also have the southern Italian blizzard. So the Spain pocket is a corner that goes all the way into Greece and Orient. We have the Ankara blizzard, which does split Orient. Normal connectivity in Russia runs through the middle. And we have a pocket in Scandi. We have split Scandi as well with the southern Sweden blizzard. So there's a lot of exterior pockets and then a big open middle on this board.
Victor's hard chokes and D's nuts. I thought this was a family show.
You came to the wrong stream, Victor.
Oh, man. Okay. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's terrible. Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. Roberto and Grace still going to be in each other's way. Do they see each other yet?
I don't believe they do.
So, yeah. So, Roberto sees Graysteel. Red sees purple. Purple does not yet see Red's capital. So, Jordan, the blue player. Do we have a viewpoint?
We do.
On his game, okay. And imagine it caps on like the 2 in Africa or something. There's 3 caps back there.
That would be so bad. It is the massive Gascony pockets from. I mean, it's a 2-point hold on this pocket from Greece and from South Russia, but it would be genuinely shocking to see any other capitals to spawn down there, because then, I mean, if that happens, Jax gets to run away with the game. All right. Anything but there. Ooh, I like the burgundy cap for him. That's actually really good for Jordan. So we'll be able to see him take Paris, the whole entirety of Noob Corner, maybe even Scandi if he has a position on the other side, into Germany, and then he can come out through Denmark Alps.
I don't see I think between the 3 viewpoints we see all of Arco.
Luckily, we get to see all 4 of these other caps. We do see a decent amount of Arco. I mean, anything in the
Okay, there
middle
it
would be
is.
good for Arco.
There it is. Arco just allied with Jordan.
Cool. Okay, yeah. Ooh, Arco has a lot of good
No, with
possibilities
Jax.
here.
Sorry, with Jax. Jax allied with Jordan.
If I'm Arco, I'd want the Hungary cap. Personally, I think that would be the best move. You can utilize that into multiple different ways. You can go take your Denmark Alps. Oh,
neighbor
no!
cap. Jax has access to the entire East. Do we think he knows that? Does he see all the caps? The only cap he doesn't see is red, but he allied blue, and blue can see. So Jax does see all the caps.
Does he see yellow?
He's allied with blue.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So he sees yellow.
He's allied with blue. So Jax knows what the hell's going on now.
Woo-hoo-hoo!
I would say, and he's second to act. I would say Jax is heavily favored based on all that. Just the configuration of the caps, everything on the west. We have 2 neighbor caps and then 2 caps in.
We just saw Arco send Jordan a alliance request.
Okay, does Jordan accept?
He did.
Okay, so we're going to be able to see pretty much the whole game through Jordan's POV, which is nice.
Yeah, we will be.
I won't have to switch as much. That was tricky trying to switch and show everybody everything you need to see. So a little extra layer of skill as the presenter Evolve.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Oh, you didn't hear? I said it was a little tricky trying to switch.
Oh, switching over the POV.
The viewpoint, yeah.
Yeah, so when I have both of them up like this, I can just click it and then click it again, and it just goes back to the 2 perspectives. What I do is I end up taking away all of the. I'll right click on the players in the VC, and it'll say show all non-video participants. Make sure that box is not checked, and then you should be fine to just see the perspectives of the players. It makes it really easy for me. I could sometimes get. Oh, lost 3. Ooh, does he get to hold that?
Well, yeah, it's
Virgo
crazy to
trying to
see
take
these guys
Scandi.
going for split bonuses, but I kind of get it. If I can draw the viewers' attention to what Jax did in his turn 1, right? Taking 2+4 is a pretty bold move, but when you don't have to worry about defending your capitals, you can definitely get away with it. We're seeing Jordan take a split Italy. We're seeing Roberto take a split Scandi. Do we see Greysteel take the split Orient? Because Jax left the purple territory in Istanbul, which I think also comes in handy because he will maintain a cap card and maybe good relationship with purple as well.
Would be interesting to see Greysteel give Jax a potential ally. I mean, at the end of the game, making sure that you're allied with the right people is very imperative. It will determine who gets card blocked and who doesn't.
So Escape John in my chat was just like to know, how do you know who someone is allied with? You can see that we are currently looking at the POV of Jordan, which is blue. It says you. You see the little handshakes. So Jordan has both handshaked with Jax and Arco, which tells us that, especially in a fog game, he can see everything that they can see. Yeah,
All
and that's the sad moment. That's the sad moment for Purple. Phil will be like, ah,
no!
man. Man.
You know he's shaking in his boots right now.
Yeah, nobody wants to see that.
So it will be a war of attrition between purple and red after the grace period is up. It looks like, and whoever
That's your call. You don't think they get into some sort of you have Spain, I have Africa sort of thing?
Well, I mean they could, but Jax is going to, and I this is an assumption, he will be trying to go down there mid game. If they aren't strong by mid game, Jax could potentially just run through them.
Okay, so Jax try to keep Arco down. Oh,
He-
remove the
he-
entire
not even keeping him down, just saying,
position.
no, this is
Remove
fine.
the entire position. Ah,
So Jax actually cuts the entire map in half at this point with his territory.
assuming that his ally stays loyal in blue.
Yes.
Which at some point, blue's got to be like, oh no.
If I'm blue
I'm
here,
dead,
I'm like,
dead
hold
if
on,
I do,
Jax.
dead if I don't. Yeah.
It's
Well,
one
that
of those
eats
things-
Arco's first turn, but it also kind of impresses upon the entire board. Is Roberto going to take a +8 instead of breaking Jax? The greed! I love the greed. Oh, wow.
They don't have
Roberto
to worry
says-
about anything else in these. That's the strategy.
Oh, that's crazy. It's so greedy, though. It's so okay.
And then we
Okay.
get the Robert. Okay,
Everybody
Jordan is
has
just
allied
everybody's friend.
with Jordan except for Greysteel. We can see everything from this
Wow.
POV.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
probably only going to be watching this POV from the standpoint of wanting to see what's going on.
And then Jordan immediately moves to claim Russia.
Ooh, bad rolls.
Get
though.
the bad roll. Yeah.
Like you
Maybe
said
put a troop
before,
on your cap or something.
10
Oh!
troops turns into
Puts all of his troops off capital.
Well, he doesn't need to worry about it till next turn at least.
Fair enough.
So here's the thing, right? Jordan has a very unique position in this game.
Yeah.
We see very, very often when so Arco ends up going
Yeah.
back
Trying to
Jax.
address Jax,
Very,
which
very
makes
good
a
play.
lot of
That is-
sense.
that is the
Yeah.
right play here.
What are the skill level of these players? Okay, so 2 out of these 5 players are rated top 10 in the world. Arco is currently sitting at second. He just got dethroned from Mamba, and Jax is right behind him in third place overall. So Arco, the yellow player, is rated second in the world. Jax is rated third, the white player. I know Roberto Laws won the Classic Fix tournament. Excellent
We
player.
see a
I've played
double
against
break.
Jordan,
Triple
also
break?
a GM. Oh, yeah. I mean, could have seen this. You said it was going to be a bloodbath, Evolve.
Oh, it is a bloodbath. It really is. Especially with, you have 2 neighboring capitals from the noob corner, and then you also have 2 semi-neighboring capitals in a pocket. Jax just gets to run away with this game. If nobody does anything to him...
Except he didn't.
If nobody does anything to him, which I'm glad they are, because he would snowball so easily. I mean, it's theoretically impossible to beat someone once they get 3 bonuses on turn 3. Like, it's just a snowball at that point. All the players here working together to make sure that Jax doesn't pull away like that. Very fortuitous for this game. Okay, he's gonna try to reclaim Just one. Okay, that's a good play. That's a good play. Not being too greedy. Everybody says, you know what? I don't think I like this. I'm going to have to tell you, no. It would be very hard to hold basically a midpoint of the map, especially with these blizzards. Okay. Roberto Lowe's, I would assume he goes... Okay, he doesn't take Africa? What's he going to do here? Next turn? I really like Jordan's position here. Even though he doesn't have too much to go after Arco, he is allied with everybody. We see this a whole bunch in these games where people that are just allied with everybody end up just getting everybody else to do the work for them. Okay.
Nathaniel's wondering if it was supposed to be 5-player. We had a very unfortunate DQ. The settings were mistaken. So we had a DQ from Koenig Spook because he accidentally hit a capital too early, and then it was revealed that the bot was automated. So we ended up with a restart on 5 players.
Okay, what does Arco do now? Arco doesn't have any bonuses. He doesn't really look able to take anything unless he goes into the noob corner, but he has to keep capital troops because Jordan is gonna be having a very tasty time with that capital if he ever gets the chance to take it. So we see Greysteel taking the UK bonus.
So this is the first turn where caps are now legal to be hit, right?
Correct. Yes. So
Okay,
any
so
capital
what-
can now be hit.
What other rules exist now for the people viewing? Because we didn't actually quite get to this point yet. What other rules now exist that we have to be aware of as the viewer that's different from normal play?
Obviously, everybody's only allowed to send out one alliance request. It looks like everybody's already sent theirs out to Jordan. I don't know if Jordan sent one out to anybody. I think everybody sent them his. But, okay, so we're going to see Jax actually reclaim both of his bonuses. I don't think it's going to work out again in his favor. Roberto Lowe's is actually...
Yeah, well, Jack's definitely not going to leave Greysteel behind him again.
No, definitely
after
not.
the triple break. But also, now the game is like more balanced, right? Now letting Jax have this is not the end of the world.
Right, yeah. You see Roberto Lowe's having the +3 Scandi +8.
Roberto's in a better position,
I
troop-wise, positionally, because because of the split Scandi, right? Him being in 3 places there is super useful.
He could leverage Russia out of it too. I mean, Blue ended up losing his chance to take it. I would honestly say next turn he could take Russia.
But I think it's smarter not to, right? I think if Roberto Red decides to go for Russia here instead of what he's doing here, which I like. See, taking a 3rd bonus is still greedy, but taking Russia is a bit too much, right? It would again kind of beg the rest of the table to address.
Yeah, that's true.
You never want to push your luck too much, but it's especially with good opponents, right? Because they know how to cut you down without kind of, ending. It's not all or nothing, right? They know how to cut you down without ending the whole game.
Ouch. Blue really needed to get that right there. If Blue wants to try and take Arco out early, I mean, Arco really has no options here anymore. I do think Arco's going to be the first one out, followed by Purple.
He skips.
Card skip.
He skips. So the card blocking rule, does that that comes into effect with skipping as well, yeah?
Yes, it does. It does. So anytime where a player fails, is Purple going to do it? He's looking like it. Oh no! Oh shit!
Okay. So now Greysteel needs someone to break Roberto.
Yes.
Right? He needs like maybe Jax to betray, or Jordan. I think Jordan's less likely, and I don't think Jax betrays.
No, I think honestly, if Jax doesn't, Roberto's probably just gonna put all of his troops on his 7 and reclaim his capital.
And then some.
and then some, yeah, right.
And then some, right? I don't know about that.
What's your rule? If
Okay, never mind. Jack's getting involved. Jack says, no, I want that capital.
Gimme.
Cap for me? Could it be my cap though?
Wow!
One on a 6
One!
cap.
One!
There's one on a 6 cap. This is ridiculous.
Oh my gosh!
Oh wow.
This is truly random evolved meta settings, folks.
I feel like everything has gone right for Jax Wild this game.
Wow.
We don't want to count our chickens, folks, but it's looking pretty darn good. The green of this man. Put yours on your capital. Put yours on your capital. Oh!
Oh no!
He's trusting.
Oh no!
Full trust in red.
I wouldn't trust red. That was my
No?
previous capital. That is my capital. I would want that back as red.
Well,
I would say, hey, I'm taking that back.
and then he says, "Thank you, Jax. Thank you for giving me a capital." and now we work on card blocking Greysteel.
Leaving the empty is wild. Yeah, Zango, you're not wrong. That is what is that? Rule 2? Always keep troops on your capitals, or is that rule 3?
Rule number 3: put
Rule number
troops
3.
on your capitals.
See, unfortunately, you can't do the rules. You know, never cap in a corner, never cap in Iceland. You could always cap in a corner in truly random evolved meta settings.
This is truly random, sir.
Very
There's
random.
no two ways about it. It's truly random.
Yeah.
I like how aggressive the settings have become.
Yes.
Right. I like that this is, it leans into this.
See, now
We're
we don't
really
know what
trying
the
to
hell's
keep-
gonna happen.
Well, we're really trying to keep purple down. I think purple. I mean, it's what could happen is Arco and Greysteel trade. There.
And that is really the only possible thing for Arco at this point. I mean,
Unless one of them gets removed.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is exactly how Lowe's played the semifinals with Fabian. By slamming? Well, I guess he didn't really slam. He just took the capital back. See, this is what I was talking about earlier, though. Basically ignoring your capital and focusing on that third, even in this case, a fourth position because of the split bonus. Roberto Lowe's now has a very commanding lead. It looks like it's going to be a Jordan, Jax, and Roberto endgame here.
Yeah.
Now, we'll see if Arco decides to do anything about his position. I don't think he will. He's been card skipping. He does have 3 more turns to try to take a card, but again, if he does it, he will be forced to flag. So you did mention other rules and stuff. So they're obviously not allowed to do any more alliances, but the 5-turn card block rule is the only thing that these players have to worry about now until I, as the host, decide, you know what, this game is stalemated. It's time to give them a difference.
Okay, so there's no objective measure of that, though. That's just on your you're the referee.
Essentially,
Okay.
I'm the sole vote on. Now, there is a stipulation to where if all players decide, no, we want to play this out, then that will override me.
So players can unanimously veto the stalemate call by the referee.
Yeah, they can, unless
No, I
it's
like that. I like that a lot.
ridiculous.
You're giving them a lot of credit there.
They get
They know
credit.
better than you.
They get credit unless because we did have this actually happen once, and they were trolling. Like, nah, we want to play this one out. I said, no, I, as the host of this tournament, I am going to say fuck your veto.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that game went like 2 hours long.
Oh wait, you vetoed their veto?
I vetoed their veto. They were like, no,
Wow.
we want to take a card and pass every single turn. We don't care. And I said,
Alright, so
no, we're gonna
Jordan
do this
is
the right way.
Jordan is clearing Greysteel from the pocket.
This is going
We
to
are
be
going to have
our first
we're gonna have
elimination.
Arco and Greysteel now get some manner of team done. Yeah, Arco's happy to skip out.
Arco has 2 more turns to get a card.
And he's counting too.
Oh, he's definitely counting. So
Maybe he's trying to make his kill less appealing.
we
5 troops per turn on cap is still, the equivalent of 10-ish troops to have to punch through for no value.
Yeah, I think he's just waiting to get cards when it's better for him to bank on them,
Yeah.
So we did see Arco end up getting. He's actually the only player that has successfully won the 90% stalemate rule. So one of the rules, or rather, one of the possible stalemate win conditions is a 90% world dom, which is 69 territories. Isn't that funny?
Hey.
It's essentially every single territory but the 5 opposing capitals. Since there's only 5 players in this game, there's not a other capital. So essentially, it's going to be every single territory, which unfortunately for all the other players, it will only be available to either blue or yellow at this specific point in the game because of that noob corner. It's completely blocked off.
Right.
So if anybody were able to get a 90%, it would first be Jordan.
So explain this to me. So you call a stalemate, and then at that moment, the players then play to a different or additional win con?
Additional win con, yes. So
Sure.
I will undeafen and unmute all the players. I will say, hey, I believe that it is now and since I can see the entire board, it's a very confirmation thing that it's going to be a stalemate win condition. I will tell them what it is. Ooh, just lost 5 on that.
Yeah.
Bad roll for purple.
Losing a 5-on-1, it's about what you expect the way True Random's going to go.
That is about...
At this point, General Grayscale has 0% chance to win, right? There's nothing he can do from this position to come back, right?
And I would honestly make the argument for Arco as well. I mean, he doesn't really have anywhere to go. He is at the beck and call of Jordan. If Jordan decides to kill him, he will. Jordan is just way too big.
Yeah, but there's no upside for Jordan to do that. Right? It's better to let... Oh, okay, Jack's taking the kill on Grayscale, and he is getting
5 cards.
Those 5 cards. GG, General Grayscale.
GG. Let me unmute him real quick.
Okay.
General Graysteel, my man. Unfortunate cap placement, even more unfortunate dice. Wow, what a game. So, did you have a ally with anybody, Graysteel?
It was Arco who was just skipping cards.
Yeah.
That is his MO.
Yeah, I didn't know he was going to do that, so it happened to be the turn that he set in early. Before he had set, I had sent him an alliance request, and then he set in, and then he just started skipping, and I was like, oh, I got great value out of this.
Oh, yeah, that is rough. So, unfortunately for you, Jordan actually has the entire map, or rather, the entire lobby sent him an alliance request like turn 2. Oh, man, it's funny. What would you have done differently there? I mean, not only were your dice bad, but like those positions with the capital, you saw Roberto Lowe's ended up actually having a cap in what is that, Morocco?
Yeah.
What do you think should have been the right play there?
Honestly, I don't know. There's a ton of things I could have done better, but I went to check his cap to see if I could roll it, and it was a 69% roll, and that heavily incentivized me to like just go for it.
Honestly, you know what? Fair play. I can't be mad about that.
If it had been like lower, I wouldn't have done it. I was kind of hoping that like someone would break him, because him and Jax were getting 20 a turn on like the 3rd turn, and that's just not sustainable if you want a chance to win, given how poor some of the cap placements ended up being. But no one was really interested in making any moves. So
all right, Arco then takes his first card. This was his 5th turn. If he didn't take a card there, he would have needed to flag out. So he was counting indeed. Yeah, man, I would honestly say, at least in my opinion, it is funny that it was 69%, but I probably wouldn't have hit his capital. I think that was your losing blow right there.
yeah, honestly, this game was over for me really quickly when like everyone was just getting like the huge bonuses. No one was breaking anything.
Yeah.
It was too much good neighbor. So it is what it is. I didn't have all day, so
Right. You took a triple break off of Jax. That was very good for the beginning of the game. He could have easily snowballed and be like,
Yeah, you say you
winning
saved
right
the
now.
whole game.
You saved the whole game at
This
the
is
detriment
this
of
is
your
the
own,
thanks you get. Yeah.
That's kind of how it is. I mean, if you make yourself the enemy of the guy that's strongballing everybody, you end up dying.
Yeah, but it had to be done.
It really did.
Like that was the absolute correct play to break Jax there, and just not having any backup.
To be honest, aggression was how I got here to begin with. Most of the games, like I focused heavily on just advancing the game state, moving things forward, trying to make plays, whether or not they were always the most optimal play or not. So it is what it is. You live and die by that kind of play. So
Ooh, it looks like Jordan is going to be farming a little bit of cards from Arco and then killing him.
It's
all right,
a
guys,
it's a
I'll
slow
watch from
play.
the stream, but I'm gonna get going so I can get ready for work. So
All right,
GG,
great
great
steal.
steal.
Hey,
Hosting
GG's,
Evolve
my
was a
man.
good time.
DM me later. We will give you everybody that is in this final gets 20. Even Koning, even though he got DQ'd, he still gets $20. So, obviously everybody gets $20, regardless of their placement. First place ends up getting 100. So DM me later. We'll figure out a way to send that to you. All right.
sounds good, man. Have a
Have a
good day,
great
guys.
one, man.
Cheers.
Wow. What an unfortunate turn of events for Greysteel there. He didn't even have that bad of a game the previous round before we had to restart too. It is sad to watch. Arco as well. I mean, Arco was very commanding in that first bout.
Yeah, goes from first seat and an excellent position to last seat and Doom in Paris.
Yeah.
Paris has got to be one of my least favorite caps on the board. France is like the worst of the +4s.
You very rarely see people actually holding France.
Yeah,
Just because
and
it's like a center point where everybody goes to.
yeah, France is such a crossroads, right? And the guys coming up from Spain. Oh, no!
Whoa!
We lose Arco on one card. Jordan is willing
He lost
to
so
take that
many
kill for a
troops.
single card. That seems like
That
seems like a guaranteed third for Jordan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. If I'm Jax here, I go, well, okay, I'm going to slam all of your exterior position and rush.
He's saying attack red. Yup. Oh man,
here's the thing,
no
though.
good
He is
deed
on
goes
5
unpunished. I think we see these gentlemen go into a 1v1 very soon now between Roberto and Jackson. How they enter the 1v1 and how they deal with the weak third in Jordan is very interesting. Now this will actually be very expository for the viewers. So the 3-player scenario is tricky in Risk. In this exact case, Jax has a slight lead on Roberto, but not much. They're pretty equal, right? You're going to see Roberto starts his turn and has almost the same amount of troops. Roberto is ahead on cards, okay? Jordan sitting on 5 cards. Questions. Do they let Jordan stabilize, right? Jax didn't hit half of them. He didn't want to feed the 5 cards to Roberto. So we might actually see a situation where this doesn't end Jordan's game.
Oh, nah, I think it's happening.
Well,
Or is
he's
this gonna
taking a
sit
cap.
50? He's gonna sit with the 50.
He's taking a cap.
I'm looking at the 69 pointed outwards, and then there's also an 11 stack with a 10. He could kill him here.
Well, no.
Not
He doesn't
anymore.
get to. Yeah, he doesn't get to Italy.
So here's the thing: if Jax were to be able to kill blue, it would end up, and that was the turn to do it if you were gonna kill blue because it's 5 cards.
Yep.
Roberto Lowe's has a very bad cap for late game.
Yeah.
Like it is astronomically terrible. With Jax also having 2 capitals pointed at each side. If I'm blue here, I remove Roberto Lowe's from the top portion and try to win white's over by simply making him an easier kill than I am. Because right now,
So,
if I'm Jordan, I'm sweating in my boots.
So Woodsy in the chat brings up an interesting point: is that red and blue now have a dedicated trading pocket behind those caps.
That is true.
So if there is a stability point here, Jax can't get through. right?
Yeah,
I
he
betcha
definitely
if
has
you're
the stability
Jax, you're starting to think about, can I punch through one of those caps? Because I don't want to get locked out of cards, do I? You see, Jax is thinking now. Jax spends a lot of time thinking.
I honestly think Jack should have taken that that capital for free. Because now it kind of puts him in a position where it's like, okay, they have the option to screw me over if they wanted to.
Yeah.
So if I'm Jax there, I would say, I'm not going to let you.
I think the leverage has now flipped a bit to Roberto.
Keeping Roberto stuck to that single cap down on the bottom left of the map is Jax's
Crucial,
one way
yeah.
of, like,
Crucial to
of, like,
Jax's game, yeah.
definitely winning. Now he doesn't get to
Definitely.
just walk away with it because now Roberto can utilize this extra cap. He actually has options now. We saw him stacking a 69 stack in Eastern Europe just because he knew if he didn't, he'd be an easy card block.
Hey, Evolve, can we get Arco in this VC now?
Oh, my bad.
Let's do that!
Hi, Arco. I totally forgot to unmute you.
Hello.
Arco, what's up, bud?
Oh man, that was.
How does it feel going from the first seat to the last seat?
Zero. You went from hero to zero right there, my
Oh
man.
my God.
I went from holding plus 15 to having a bonus.
Yeah. That's immediately solid. Would you have done that? To be fair, would you have done what Jax did to you? It seemed like the right thing to do at the time.
I mean, I didn't have much to retaliate with.
Right.
I don't think he saw where my cap was.
And then, of
So-
course, Graysteel saved the day and was punished for his good deed.
Yeah. We were actually talking to Jace. Graysteel said that he gave you an ally request and you just started card skipping. he was like, "Oh, I was really hoping that Arco would like help bail me out here because these guys are just snowballing."
Oh no, I couldn't do anything because I was stuck behind. Jordan after Red took North Africa. Because
Okay, so Jax is removing Jordan's exterior here.
This is
Completely.
This is a defining move of this.
This
game
says
now.
if you don't have a
He's-
set on 4, I eat you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't get to fortify those troops back to.
A capital.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's just
that's
gonna,
true.
He's gonna put it up against the 69 from Roberto Lowe's. This is the point where if Roberto Lowe's and Blue don't help each other, Jax is going to win.
Hey, Arco, I never got to play any of these games. Is there a couple things that you could say describe the difference between the way these true random evolved meta games play versus like normal caps games on this map? What did you notice?
I feel like it's auto caps, but with the rule that you can't hit someone's cap before turn 4. So if either of those were allowed, then there'd probably be a lot more interesting openers.
Okay, we do
Does
see
not
Jordan
impact.
retaliate to Jax now. Big hit, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Taking note that he didn't break Roberto Lowe's Italy. He wants to have a good relationship with Roberto. And
Yeah, but Roberto's not giving him cards.
I don't see that happening.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we see a card block on Jordan soon. Or not. Okay, Jack's trying to soften him. Feed the kill.
Get the manuals out of here.
Yeah.
He said, I
It's a
have
1%
like
chance.
40 seconds.
Just toss it in, take off like 40 with the way he's been rolling caps.
Yeah, that's true. Very true.
He literally rolled and lost one troop.
On a 6 cap,
But
it was
yeah,
wild.
It was actually wild.
That's-
And not only that, but Roberto Lowe's just did a 17v7 and lost nothing, by the way, in Italy.
Yeah, I was surprised to see him go for that West Africa cap take, but then he lost one. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess.
If you got perfect dice, then
Yeah,
sure.
I mean, hey,
You can get away. You can
be
get
a
away
bad
with
move at
bad
that
moves.
point.
Yeah.
Oh man.
At that point, it's like, well, I mean, hey, in hindsight, that was probably the best move ever.
Yeah, not bad.
So Arco, an unrelated note, how does it feel to hold the throne of the Saber system for what? It's if it wasn't a year, it's got to be almost. Do you know exactly how long you were number one?
It was just past under the hair. Hang on, I think it's still. I know there's currently a bug with that list, but if I subtract a couple days, 320.
Blue has
Okay.
advantage. If I'm
320 days. How does that feel?
Well, it was funny the way I lost it. It wasn't Mamba beating me
In any sort of, it was just decay. Yeah.
It was just we both got. I think the term I used was clotheslined by decay. Like we both just we both been going down, and then eventually we just traded. Which not trying to take away anything from Mamba, of course.
No, absolutely not.
Definitely deserves it.
I'm more marking the
happens.
significance of that holding it for that amount of time, right? Like you didn't only take number one, you got almost a full year out of it, which is incredible.
Real quick here, we just saw Jax basically slam his entire turn's worth of troops into the blue cap. Do we see red finish off blue?
Looks like.
Oh yeah. Ooh.
Looks like
bad
the
roll.
answer is yes, and that is GG for Jordan.
GG's Jordan. Let me actually not forget to unmute here.
I took off 100 of
My
his
man,
troops before
Jordan.
going.
What a game, my man. What a game. So now we're
So who
gonna
do we
watch
think's an
some
advantage
Roberto
now?
Lowe's now since Jordan is now out of the game.
Do we think Roberto has a slight advantage here? He has initiative. Jack's on 5 cards.
I think it really depends on how good his dice are here. I mean, it's a very close game. Yeah, there
The
you go.
alliance is broken.
Not my alliance. So this 111 v 90 is gonna be an interesting roll. Ooh, he goes positive. Not bad. Okay. So it all depends now on how good does the card block holds against Jax's position in his capitals. How much does he pull off? 17? He has a set on 5, so whatever he does here, it needs to be absolute.
And what is the set?
I believe it's 70.
Yeah, I think that might be it.
Yeah, 70. Oh, and he gets a +2. He has cards on 3, so we could see Roberto Lowe's finish it out, depending on what Jax does here.
Jax does have a Joker. So he will have a follow-up set.
All right. Hitting stacks, breaking everything. He's deciding not to break Russia. Yeah, he just missed a lot of opportunity to break.
Ooh.
I think that's gonna be a GG for Jax. He definitely needed to go around the long way.
Was it the southern Sweden blizzard? Because that always gets me. I get got by that damn blizzard so many times. Right? Thinking it goes. I'm not even kidding. Thinking it goes around and it doesn't.
Man, oh yeah, I think that's it then. Yeah, because he has the 75 set. It's gonna solidify a big card block here. 69 cap. You know, make sure it's well rounded. You did say Jax has the set on 3 though, right? He has a wild.
Jax is holding a wild. We know he have a set.
We could.
He not
see
only
it.
is wild, but he has a wild.
Jax is very wild.
He's a wild man. Yeah. I couldn't help myself.
Yeah, Zango says Jax messed up. Big mistake.
Alright, another even roll.
It's gonna look like a win for Roberto here. Jax is indeed holding a wild.
Hey, 600.
Ooh, okay, he can't get the kill this turn. I don't think he would anyway. But that will give him a chance to at least get another card. If I'm Jax here, I don't just straight up set. I want to see if I can hold that card. Because that wild card, okay, he just sets.
Nice. If he doesn't break all these bonuses, he'll be
So,
going further and further behind.
another question for you, Evolve. How often did these games stalemate? According to
So-
your definition, right?
We've had about, I think it was 5 games in total throughout the entire season had to be called a stalemate.
Okay.
And some of them, yeah, that is pretty rough dice, you're not lying. Some of them were definitely necessary. Some of them, I'd say, weren't.
Okay.
But, we very rarely see these games last longer. I mean, I've been streaming for an hour and a half, but that first game had to be restarted. So this game's probably only gone on for an hour. This is the average amount of time that games tend to go.
Yeah, I was going to say my take now after having watched one of these is that if the goal is to solve the tendency for these settings to stalemate, then you've 100% succeeded.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
That was
I think
100% my goal.
Absolutely. So that is super cool to see, right? This was an action-packed game.
Oh.
You know, there's a lot of luck elements, and as I said earlier on in the stream, right, managing that is part of the skill and risk. I'm sure Arco has as much to say about that as I do, but
I got 4th instead of 5th.
Yay!
With the luck that I was given.
yeah.
But yeah,
Wow.
I remember I think it was my round 1 where our stalemate condition was 90%. And I think you did tell us that it was
Yes.
69 territories. But
You
I
are
don't
the
know if
only person, by the way, that has ever successfully ran 90%.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think any of us realized in the moment how many, like, it was like all non-cap territories.
It is, yeah, all
So,
non-cap
The
territories,
last,
exactly.
like, few turns in the game, we were all just running around like headless chickens.
Oh,
It was great.
Oh, man.
And I now know in hindsight, none of us had a shot until, like, the very end.
Hydro Fan, are we gonna play COD together soon? I mean, I might. I was liking that Black Ops 6 trailer. Where are you, Moldy? I am home doing my stream. Okay, I think we're gonna see the card block solidify here.
Wow, Blitz.
Oh, left to
it.
41.
Yeah, positive.
Yeah, I think it's all over now. There's very little Jax can do to recover.
This is that critical mass point. Jax has like maybe 100 troops. He has.
Jax has 113 troops. Roberto is now sitting at 198. Neither of them have set, but Roberto holds the board. Jax doesn't really have an open stack. So that is GG. Congratulations to Roberto Laws for winning.
Big dubs for Roberto here.
Oh, yeah.
So how do you think
Also,
this is
shout
going
out to
be
Jax
on,
for not yielding. He's going to try and play to his outs for as long as they exist. I respect that too.
in my opinion, Jordan outplayed Jax in this game, except with respect to alliance communication and attempting to get players to participate. The overcommittal of troops and giving too much for a free all game, though. Yeah. Jordan should have waited for that Arco kill. He was at a very.
Yeah, I wonder what he was thinking there. That seemed obvious to me.
You'd
He's
want
too-
to at
he's-
least
He's too
give.
used to balanced blitzcap rolls, I bet.
Yeah, he probably yeah. If I'm Jordan there, not only do I let Arco at least get to 3 cards before.
Yeah,
killing
feed me another card, right? Why
Yeah,
not?
like, give me
Because then I
some
just
cards.
immediately lose. So
Because the thing is, right after you hit all those, you have to immediately then be able to retaliate because everybody's going to be going after you. So you want to have a set next turn. Ouch. Bad dice roll.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
so
quick
Jax
question
isn't-
about the rule. I was double checking. Card blocked for 5 turns. I technically wasn't, but I'm assuming they also mean.
Yeah, we were
intentional
counting.
card
You got
skips.
it on 5. Yeah.
All right.
So
It's-
we were
they-
talking about
they
it.
should
Right?
be-
No, he's counting.
we discussed this, and it's like, yes, taking a card should be the way the rule is. The spirit of the rule, at least.
Yeah. So you do have to take a card, otherwise you are by the the soul of the rules card blocked.
Yeah, so I did get that correct at least.
Yeah. Don't worry, I made that rule specifically for you. I was like, man, I know this little shit's gonna be card
You just
skipping.
knew I would end up in this situation.
Yeah, fun fact. So this little like this mind baby, this idea literally came because of me playing against you in JJ's meta settings tournament. Because you pissed me off so much by card skipping, I made this entire tournament because of you, Arco.
Yeah, Arco, what the fuck?
The entire tournament. I was like, you know what? I'm making my own fucking tournament. Plasma, I was like, you know, Plasma, you know what? I'm gonna make this because he was there watching it at the aftermath of it in my Twitch chat. He's like, you know what? I'm doing this my own fucking way, damn it. I had no chill. Oh, Jax ended up getting to 5 cards here. I don't see it really mattering.
In that case, I guess I could say thank you, you're welcome, and I'm sorry.
Oh, hey, there's I love you, man, but you just pissed me off so much on that one specific. You basically won by card skipping and making me do all the work. I ended up getting 2nd place and killing everybody, and then you just won. So I was like, all right, you know what? I'm not playing this tournament. I'm making my own. Go fuck yourself. Oh, I was having no chill that game. Oh, okay, so Jax, one final ditch effort to try and do something on this board. It's not gonna really be fruitful. I don't see it. Yeah. There's not really anything else Jax can do here. It was the most boring game. LOL. Arco sat in France and he did nothing. He did fucking nothing. He did absolutely nothing.
I remember
He won the game.
I remember
That's what he did. He won. He beat you by doing nothing. How does that make you feel?
It made me feel very mad.
I remember the few times I tried to do stuff, people kept breaking all my stuff back, and I'm like, you know what? Fine. If you guys want the whole board, have the whole board.
Oh, dude, you really tickled my anger pickle there.
Oh man.
Oh wow. Okay, so he's giving him a card here. So we're really
Jax has a
seeing
set
him...
on 3.
Ooh. Oh,
Let's
no
see if he
set
goes
on
for that
4
bottom
by
cap.
Roboto Lowe's. No set on 4.
Ooh,
If Jax can turn this one around, I will be
Hey,
utterly shocked.
let's get a 2-minute
Lose nothing on all of these.
mods in the
Go,
chat.
go,
Let's get a
go.
2-minute prediction. 2-minute prediction. Can Jax come back? Let's get a prediction in the chat real quick.
Lose nothing on all these. Good
People
roll.
on the YouTubes in the future. Hi, this is Mr.Evolve talking you to from the past. Put in your comment section below.
Holy shit!
Oh
he's
my
getting
god!
God,
Put in the
keep
comment section. You think he's gonna come back here or what?
going.
We'll just having
Ah,
one
it finally ran out.
All right. But you said Roberto does not have a set?
He does not. No.
Roberto
set
does
on
not
4. No set on
have
4.
a set. Okay.
Slash poll, Plaz. All right, so we're gonna see the game drawn out a little bit. I still think that Roberto Lowe's has this game in the bag next turn.
Yeah, it's 215 to 160.
Yeah, I mean, unless
Plus,
you get
plus a set.
oh, you'd have to
Plus a
get
set.
a massive Wasson troops, and not to mention like 40 of those troops of Jax's are in Spain.
So Roberto's putting out a little bit off the cap.
Imagine Jax just said, "Hey, you know what? I'll put him on my 7 and go take that 29." It just gets one. He only loses one troop
Hang
on it.
So if Jax manages, even though he's at a disadvantage right now, if he manages to at least maintain this disadvantaged position, and he gets a set on, I don't know, say like a set on 4 or a set on 5 into an immediate trade on 3, and Roberto keeps his caps weak, there might be a sliver of a shot at a cap run here.
Jax being blind to the cap certainly doesn't help.
Come back.
Doesn't, but he is seeing most of
Hell yeah.
Roberto's troops being added not on the caps.
Fuck no.
So what you're saying? So what you're saying is like under a long enough time scale, if Jax can avoid getting card blocked, the sets might increase enough that there's a very low odds cap run. Yeah, well, that
also
would be
relies
nuts.
on it also relies on Roberto keeping the caps like fairly low.
Too
of
weak,
course,
yeah.
There is still above 0% chance. Always is in true random.
Truly random evolve meta settings. You never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, like there he took some off
Ooh,
cap
Roberto
there.
Indeed.
Of
lets
course,
him
Jax
hold a
doesn't know
bonus.
it, but
Roberto lets
Alright.
him hold an arc.
Roberto now has a set on 3. I think the news tightens from here.
Ooh, I think that was actually a bad play. He should have went and hit all of Russia, all of Orient, hit all the ones, because
Don't miss the top 3.
Yeah.
he's adding he's adding
Yeah.
all his caps.
he puts 13 up there.
He's doing it.
He
He's
says,
doing the thing.
I'm not losing this one again.
It wasn't part of what I described.
Nor should you. Nor should you. Troop counts now 434 for Roberto and 117 for Jax. At 4-1, you really start thinking about getting in there,
We have
but Roberto's playing it tight.
100% hell no that Jax makes a recovery. That's the prediction right now. 100% to 0. All right, this is I think this is where the unless he has a set on 3, this is game.
On
17v9.
Oh my
wow.
gosh!
Oh yeah, he just
And the man's luck has run out, folks. The step off. That is the step off.
Yep. Nah, a set doesn't really save him. It would just prolong the game. Yeah. Fuck no one. 23 to 0. He is not making it. Bro is cooked right now. Absolutely. Absolutely cooking. Cooking and booking it. All right. That is game. GG's to all the players. I think it would be fitting
Hey,
to
the skip to end it.
I think it would be fitting to see a skip right there. I'm going to unmute these players now, as that is the game.
Alright, GG's guys.
Congratulations, Roberto Lowe's.
Yeah, let's go, let's go.
You
Let's
are
go.
the TREM champion of Season 1. Well played to all the players. Jax Wild. We honestly thought you had the win there up until the Jordan kill. Honestly, it was it was your game to lose.
I had
I
it
played
also.
99 good plays and one bad one.
Yep,
Yeah, me too. I had a win when Jordan made a mistake and
Wow.
took a kill and finished on 5 cards. So I could kill Jordan there and take 5 cards and win.
That was
I realized that when I went for his capital, I had a win there. So it was difficult to continue the game.
It wasn't a win. It was just
I think
it was advantage. I gave you advantage so that you would kill him, but because he was just going to suicide me. So I gave you advantage, but if I don't make the one bad play, it's an interesting end game.
that was quite an
I think
interesting
also you
game,
had
by
a
the
win
way.
there, but
I just
need
forgot
to
that
check.
Scandi was unconnected to Europe for like a split second.
Yeah,
so-
yeah.
We
remember
actually made a comment. Pete was saying he always ends up messing up with the blizzard there. I think that
Yeah,
was
I
honestly
just
that was a
didn't-
turning point.
I was thinking of pathing and I wasn't looking at that as part of pathing, and then I was starting the run and I was like, okay, we'll just loop it around, and then I started, and then all it takes is one territory and you can't get back.
Yep.
So
Yeah, that turn I
I mean, I realized it well before I got to Scandi, but it was like it only took one territory hitting wrong, and then I couldn't get back. And if I could have broke all his bonuses that first time when I ran back at him, it would have been an interesting 1v1.
Yeah, I agree.